Well, hello, Patriots. How's everybody doing today? Get one of these in here, one of those. All right, today is March 9th, 2024, Saturday. Day 1159 of Clown World. And we're going to be talking about last night's Freedom Corner Vigil in Washington, D.C. Vigil number 587 in a row. Hello, Pathfinder. So I'm sitting around waiting for Trump to get on. He was supposed to be starting to talk at 5. And notoriously behind schedule. I'm sure he's hobnobbing with everybody behind stage right now. So I'm like, all right, let's just do the updates here. Hi, Cleo. Hello, Sylvia. Good to see you all. Good to see you all. But first, I just like this verse a lot. This is Isaiah 61:10. I will greatly rejoice in Yahuwah. My soul shall be joyful in my God, for he hath clothed me with the garments of salvation. He hath covered me with the robe of righteousness, as a bridegroom decketh himself out with ornaments, and as a bride adorneth herself with her jewels. And we are always given what we need, you know. We can't even doubt. Hi, Stormbringer, how you doing, bud? Good to see you. I was busy all day today. I didn't get to see much on YouTube today. I just got done watching a little bit of Mama Earth, though. Mama Earth was out there in California waving flags with a bunch of her friends, man. A lot of, people honking their horns in support. The weather was gorgeous out there. It's just a rainy, cold day out here today. I'm not even going to go outside, I don't think. So we'll just get over the Freedom Corner notes here. Another night in a row, man. Can't not report on it, right? Every night is a victory. 587 in a row. Nicole started out the night with a message on the microphone there, how there's about 20 new J6 arrests in the last 2 weeks out there. And there was a guy, Anthony Vo. I'm not familiar with this story, but I remember the name. Anthony Vo is a J6er, and recently in that 20 was his mother got arrested. I think her name is Anna Vo, but I'm not sure. But it's just another travesty from the FJB, DOJ. No holding back on these people, these tyrants, they're cornered animals, yet still they continue on, still. And they won't stop till we stop them, basically, Patriots. It's sick. It is truly, these people are sick. And that's what Trump's always saying, man. Dude never changes his tune. He's been saying the same thing over and over, man. That election was rigged. We're getting dragged into World War III. On and on it goes. So, but I really want to see what he's got to say. He's in Rome, Georgia tonight, and they are kind of all getting ready. He's about to come out any minute now, but we'll just get this out of the way here. Chris Quagland and Mark Brew got on the phone. They were talking about the State of the Union address for a little bit. And then they started talking about the Republican rebuttal speech, and I still have not watched it. The reviews aren't that good. Everybody's ripping on the rebuttal. The rebuttal's never like a big wave moment, though, and they usually put in some new representative into that position because it's a chance for them to shine. And I don't know. Nobody likes the speech that this gal made. Her name, I forgot to write her name down. It's a woman representative, and I mean, that's too bad. That's too bad. The Democrats were ripping on her because they put her in the kitchen. She was speaking from the kitchen. And everybody was saying that she'd like practiced too much, and it looked like they changed something on her in the last minute. And so I don't know. It just wasn't a great speech, I guess. You know, there's good ones and there's bad ones. That makes the good ones even better, right? When we get one that's just not so polished and shiny. We get used to watching Trump speak, and he's an excellent speaker, man. But I don't know how you can rip on her after watching that disaster State of the Union address. You know, come on, man. They probably wanted to bitch about her so they didn't have to complain about Joe Biden. That's JB. All right, Mark Brew and Q, we're talking about we need to clean house. We need term limits. We need a secure election, to tell you the truth. They also got word that George Santos, the representative that was ejected from the House for some type of a corruption by the Republicans, he plans on running again. So I don't know what to make of that yet. I'm not even sure why they got rid of the guy, but there's all these other corrupt representatives that they're still in there. So I don't know why they just ran with it with George Santos. And George Santos is one of 2 representatives out of 535 of them that have come to Freedom Corner. So that one got me a little angry when I heard they're going to get rid of George Santos. I don't understand these people. They don't work for us. That's all I can understand from that. Chris Quagland was saying how that the 2020 election, he was living with his wife. They had lived in their house for 7 or 8 years, he said, and 8 mail-in ballots showed up at his house. So, I mean, here we have the amount of corruption that's possible with mail-in balloting. And I got to agree. I've watched Democrats tell me how bad it is. I watched Republicans tell me how bad it is. So I can't understand why the Republicans, especially here in Pennsylvania, are fine just letting the U.S. Postal Service be right in the middle of their elections. They really have no excuses for it. All right, Sylvia, thank you for a news item here. Governor Youngkin vetoes the Democrat bill that would force Virginia to re-enter ERIC voter roll management systems. Is that one of those electronic voter roll systems? Because that was on that last documentary that we reported on. We don't have that here. Everything's on books here, and so I'm not familiar with the electronic voter roll system, but it's just another corruptible, hackable machine in our elections, and it's not good. That is not good stuff. I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm telling you, Pathfinder. That's right. Chris Quagland also said that he had a meeting with his divorce attorney, and that was cut short. There was all kinds, so they're messing with Chris Quagland any way they possibly can. And he, these guys are going to throw him in jail no matter what. So I like what Chris is doing. He's just being as big of a pain in their butts as he possibly can. Then we got a phone call from Dominic Box and James Grant. I forget if it was Dominic or James saying he's been in there for 37 months, 1 week and 1 day, and they're adding another charge onto him. So they're fabricating the charges against these guys while they sit in jail. And a lot of these charges come from searching their social media, and really it's all just scary talk that they're busting these guys for, telling them they're not remorseful. And then they started talking about March Madness, basketball, and I know they're in jail. They don't got a lot to do. I could care less about basketball. I'm sorry. So I dialed out, got into the chat. We started chatting while they were talking about March Madness, blah, blah, blah. They did say, though, that there's going to be a rematch on the Patriot Pod bodybuilding contest on March 31st. So they had a lot of fun with that first one that they did. And, man, many laughs, many jokes came out of that. So, yeah, have another one, man. Have another one. It was great hearing them guys laugh and talk about it. And then I think it was Dominic said, hey, let's not forget to pray for Ronald Maccabee and Zirkle and Brandon Fellows, man. They got shipped out a couple days ago, and we're still trying to figure out where they settled. But they are leaving the Patriot Pod, man. They're going to be out on their own now in whatever prison they end up in to serve out the rest of their terms. So continued prayers for them, man. Taylor Jonatakis got on the phone. It was unusual for him not to be the first call, but I think what happened was yesterday the Northern Neck Patriots also had a vigil down in Warsaw, Virginia. They've been having a vigil now for slightly over a year outside the Northern Neck Regional Jail, which was one of the worst prison that any of these J6ers have talked about. They were severely mistreated down there. And the Northern Neck Patriots is a group there that has been organizing and holding that vigil. They're investigating what's going on in the management of the Northern Neck Regional Jail, and they're uncovering corruption. No doubt about it. So it's good to see them all meeting. They're now meeting in a room, so the sound is much better. I got to sit in on a little bit of that last night. I heard a story from Tom Jeffries that I just never knew about Tom that really just broke my heart. We have all gone through incredibly heart-wrenching things in the last year. We've all had people that we know die. A lot of us are dealing with sickness and then dealing with the wickedness in the world and just having to live in this crazy reality where we know this election was rigged, but we got this phony president sitting in the White House. I mean, this is crazy times, man. Crazy times. And it's hard to live with, and the only way we can live with it is because of the word right here. We're promised from God himself, man. He came up with a plan of salvation for us. We accept it, we believe it. And the nourishment, the encouragement comes every day when we need it. I mean, we're not just shriveling up and dying, man. These J6ers, they still have their minds together in the prison. And what's holding them together? Jesus is holding them together. Criminals with ties to MS-13 brazenly self-fake IDs and green cards to illegals in New York City. I mean, we got this whole system of law and order, and it's just being made a total mockery of it. Here's for the Lewisburg Vigil. This is their YouTube channel that they've been live streaming their vigil on. If you want to, show them some support. But the Freedom Corner Vigil isn't the only thing going on, man. We got the Northern Neck Patriots doing theirs. Lewisburg has been doing theirs about once a month, and they're two really good vigils with having phone calls come in from J6ers. And also, Tom had an author come in and speak. Tom also did other stuff with the Northern Neck Patriots where he was... He went to a talk with that Chinese American woman that wrote that really good book. Her name is G. Xi. I think it's G. Van Fleet. And awesome author. And then 2 or 3 weeks after Tom Jeffries interviewed her, she was on Tucker Carlson. So Tom Jeffries, you beat Tucker Carlson out of that one, man. I thought that was pretty cool. He was on the scoop before Tucker, man. Oh, that's the Lewisburg Vigils. I'm sorry. All right. Here's the Northern Neck Patriots Vigils. Thank you, Sylvia. Hi, Kathy Gilman. Egan 443. Hello. Chloe B. How you doing, sweetheart? I saw your motorcycle. Man, that's a beauty. Glory B put a little short out about her motorcycle. She went and visited her motorcycle the other day, I think. Got it running. It sounds good. I can't wait to see you rolling around on that thing, Glory B. Oh, Doc's and Grandma's worrying about her dogs. Okay. Gotta fix the doggies' bandages. Okay. Hi, Crying in the Dark. Glad you're here. Thank you. Mao's America. Oh, you're reading that, Glory B. Mao's America. And that, her name is G Van Fleet, I'm pretty sure. And if you ever get a chance to hear her talk or go check out that Tucker Carlson interview, man, she's awesome. She is awesome. And she has seen it all and had a mind as a youngster to be paying attention to what was going on in China when she lived there. And she saw exactly what is going on here right now. And that's what she is. Her hair's on fire, man. She's letting us know about it. Wrote a book. Excellent book. Thanks for that report there, Glory B. Mao's America. It's all about how Mao took over the Chinese dynasties that have been going on for thousands of years, man. Mao came in and turned that country communist in 10 years, man. Or less than 10 years. Mao's America kind of describes how that all happened within 3 years. In fact, they just shut down school there. It's shocking when you hear what Mao did in China from this woman, and I don't know. Oh, Glory B, that was a video from 2 years ago. Oh, I thought you were just going out, you were getting ready because it's turning into spring here. You're getting ready to ride it. I love the color of that bike, man. That is a very cool color. I don't know if it's like silver or pewter. It's a really cool bike too. Beautiful motorcycle there, Glory B. Yeah, hopefully let's get you out on that thing this year. That would be awesome. So yeah, Taylor John Atakis got a visit from Lily on Friday. Yeah, that was yesterday. Friday's visitation day at the Gulag era. All right, and Taylor laid this piece of information on me. I was shocked, man. Taylor and his wife, being the selfless people that they are, have started an organization intending to help children whose parents are in jail. Children who have incarcerated parents. You're left without a parent in the house. You got these kids at home still. They're growing up, man. And all of a sudden, one of the parents is vacated from their life. So they've started an organization that is intending to help out all these kids whose parent, they got a parent in jail. And I think it's a worthy cause. And what he told us last night was that 28 million children have an incarcerated parent. And I was just floored by that number, man. That is a lot of kids. So if you he was equating it to if you're in a classroom of 28 or 30 people, one of those children in every classroom in America is as an incarcerated parent. So I don't know what our problem is, America, why we got to throw so many people in jail around here. But America's leading the way with one of the highest percentages of their populations that are incarcerated right now. And we got to get a grip on this stuff, man. And it's getting worse with FJP. And it's going to get worse if we don't win that election in November. So that is not good information there. But God bless you, Taylor, and your wife, Maria, for just the selfless people that you are in seeing a need. He said they had no idea. Hey, USA gal, hello. Okay, here's Crying in the Dark's got a little good piece of information. Saul Alinsky's Rules for Radicals. Then you'll see how the other side works, or the other side functions. And that is a book that was written a long time ago. I do believe that book on the opening page is dedicated to Lucifer. And this is what like Hillary Clinton and all the high up Democrats have said. This was an inspirational book in their lives. Yeah, doesn't that seem right, Cleo? And all the ones that should be in jail, they're not there. So I don't know what's up with us throwing people in jail. I lived through the whole 70s, 80s, 90s. We were throwing people in jail for 10 years for a bag of weed. I knew that was wrong all my life, you know. That's just not cool. Throwing drug addicts in jail, it just isn't cool. Not that you can get addicted to marijuana, but other drugs also, man. These are people that are using drugs because of a deficiency in their life, and they're turning to drugs to compensate for that. And jail is probably the worst thing that you can do. And I'll tell you, when you're in jail, you don't talk about anything but other crime, you know, all the crime. Everybody's in there for a crime. That's all you really even talk about when you're in jail. So that was a shocking piece of information, man. And then right at the end of that phone call, I think it was Nicole got on the phone and said, officially now there have been 1,351 J6 arrests so far. And we're fast approaching the milestone of 1,000 years of sentencing. I don't know that we've hit that yet, but Roger Roots wrote an article on AmericanGulag.org about that. Roger Roots is one of the attorneys, and he's a really good attorney, by the way. He's had 6 J6 trials so far, lost every single one of them. The conviction rate is 100% in D.C. there, but he wrote an article that we are fast approaching that milestone, that for a 6-hour delay of Congress on January 6, 2021, we will soon have thrown people in jail for a total of 1,000 years. 1,000 years of incarceration. I don't know how you make that settle in on some people, because that is totally, totally outrageous. And that is from the side of the people that took the 4 deaths on that day. There was no deaths. There might have been a little blood hit the ground, but there's a lot of information. It's just like the election, man. It's a total scam. And they've thrown people in jail for 1,000 years now, man. Okay, last phone call tonight was from Jeff Sable and Daniel Ball. They sang the national anthem. The dudes are sounding great in there. And somehow or another, man, the transmission on the phone call and everybody singing, it always just sounds so awesome. Goosebumps every time, tears even sometimes when I'm watching that. And in the chat, man, I was having a nice little chat back and forth about the flags that you get when a relative in the military dies. They give you a flag that was on their caskets, and man, it was emotional for me last night, talking to somebody in the chat there about my grandfather's flag. After the national anthem, then Jeff Sables, they chit-chat about some news and stuff, and they were talking about how they're going to put 1,000 National Guardsmen into the New York subways because the cops can't handle it. There's too much crime going on, and they need some type of way to make everybody feel safe. And I guess the knee-jerk reaction is just throw in the National Guard, right? This is Taylor's website, Peasant's Perspective, where he puts his writings. He oftentimes will write an essay just for the phone call at the end of at the Freedom Corner Vigil. And I think you can find access to the organization that they started for the children of incarcerated parents there. Yeah, right, Glory B. They need help instead of booking these people that resort to drugs, man. Glory B, you are an awesome person with a lot of knowledge on that. Narcotics Anonymous and Alcoholics Anonymous, and you've done a lot of great work with people, helping them out, getting over their addictions. And it's the only way, not the only way, but a great way of doing it is finding Jesus. That's true. Hope to bring the program to Annapolis, and every community should have something like the LEAD program in Seattle. Is that what their program is called? Okay, the LEAD program. All right, man. I mean, these are our neighbors, man. People hurting, people turning to drugs instead of being happy, productive members of society. Drugs is a dead end, man. I've had many friends that have died from alcohol, cocaine. It goes on and on. It's really sad when you see somebody go down on that. It's a dead end road, man. Dead end road. Recovery coach and advocacy for expansion of services and education. Okay. I got to get some information on that then, and post some kind of a website or something. Hello, Cindy. Good to see you. Jeff Sabo and Daniel Ball and Mickey on the phone. We're also talking about the Alex Jones, Tucker Carlson after State of the Union talk that they had. And Alex Jones had a pretty wild piece of information in that talk too, where he was saying, and Alex Jones has predicted many, many things over the last 30 years, and it's uncanny how accurate he is sometimes. But he was saying that the Democrats are consigned to the fact that Trump's going to win the election. They can't cheat enough, they think, this time. Trump will win the election. And when they're going to hold off creating chaos until November, the Wednesday after, okay? And from the period of time between the election to the inauguration, which is about 2 months, 2.5 months in there, that is the period of time when Alex Jones thinks they are going to unleash mayhem on this country. And we know we got armies of people in 43 cities right now. We got verification. 320,000 people were pre-qualified and flown in from Latin America into 43 cities, which means there's an army in 43 cities right now. Who knows who these people are? The Customs Bureau, the Customs knows who it is, but they're not telling us. Another secret that we the people should know. Seems like a national security threat. It seems like we should know that. It seems like we should know who these people are. It seems like these people should be dressed up in some kind of other outfit so we can tell who they are and keep an eye on them. Because they came into this country illegally, man. Oh, well, thank you, Deborah CR. Usually you lurk, but today you're saying something. Thanks, man. All right, I'm glad you like the updates here. It's just a chance for us to get together, all right? This is like a communication room here, a chat room, basically. And we'll talk about the J6 issues and news and any, large news things. And here in Pennsylvania, we've been talking about the Amos Miller thing. I don't have any new news on Amos Miller here, but no, Ned, I didn't get a haircut yet. I just didn't go outside and the wind didn't blow it all over the place yet. What else, man? Jeff Sable was talking about there's a person named Jay Childers 98 on Truth Social, And I've seen this Jay Childers person, and they usually have good information, but Jeff Zabel was saying that this person is putting out good information. You know, you can pretty much know that they're speaking truth. So I'm not familiar with Jay Childers. And he said there was something on Telegram. I'm not on Telegram, but if any of you are, check out this site called Coffee COVID News. Coffee and COVID News on Telegram. And Jay Childers 98 on, I believe he said Truth Social. So those are other social medias. I don't really get wrapped up in those things too much. And but Jeff Zabel had people, you know, giving him information, and he's pretty much verifying and vouching for those two sources of information. And then they saying, God bless the USA. They all do the kick at the end. We all chat our state. It's cool to see all the states roll by. How many? We're nationwide, Patriots. We're nationwide. That's what's cool about social media, is that we're all hanging out in Washington, D.C. on a corner for our J6ers, but man, we're from all over the country, and that's a cool thing, I think. Sherry got on the mic then at the end of the night and gave us some good news. J6er James Malt has been released, and he's a guy, man. We've been praying for James Malt. He's a hero. He stood up for us on January 6th, took his freedom of speech seriously, made an educated decision on the information that he received before the January 6th, and decided that election was rigged, and he's going to go stand up and show his support. He was going to go stand up and urge Congress to reject that certification and take a look at it for 10 days. That's all we were asking for, okay? A 10-day look, and they couldn't even give that to us. 140 representatives did vote to take a 10-day look at that, but they got overruled by the rest of them. So it is a mob rules democracy once you get inside the Capitol building. And then Nicole got up another arrest. A guy named Thomas Ogborn was detained. I don't know if he was arrested or if he was just detained. And he is a friend of the Pollocks. And currently there are 3 people in the Pollock family that are currently in the D.C. Gulag. And it's just like a family travesty. It's just decimating this family there. James Malt was at Allenwood. Hi, Tina. Okay, Allenwood's the other prison right up there near Lewisburg Prison. Okay, cool. I know the name, Tina. How are you, Tina? It's good to see you. Everyone's pushing me to get a haircut. I do this all the time, man. I'm not a clean cut guy. I don't wear a suit. I'm a construction guy, you know. I wrench on trucks. I'm just the kind of guy who doesn't have a good haircut all the time, and I don't mind. I used to be a long hair, but then I watched a guy get his hair stuck in a drill one time, and I thought, that didn't look fun. Maybe I'll cut it a little shorter so that doesn't happen. Yeah. Yeah, Glory be. We hope you're back soon. I hope you're getting well. Get your stamina built up. All right. Take your time. Sometimes when you get sick, that's God telling you to just sit down for a while and rest. We are all going hard on this issue and trying to keep our lives together at the same time and fight the government. It's not easy. It's not easy. Yeah, we're glad you're getting over it. Prayers for Third of Its Kind, apparently, just got sick lately. Probably the same thing. But the amazing thing is, man, God gave us an incredible body that heals itself as long as you give it the nourishment that it needs to get better. All right, that's about it. I don't got a whole lot of news today. It was Saturday. Everybody's just rehashing all the news from the week on my feeds. So I don't really got a whole lot of other things to report. And I want to get on and watch Trump speak down in Georgia, man. Stay in touch with what your president's telling you, because he is giving us information every night. It's like in between the lines sometimes, but like 2 days ago, there was a lot of information in that Trump speech, man, that isn't on the news, and it's definitely pertinent information that we should be up on. So I think we'll end it short tonight. It's a rainy, messy day out there. There's no beautiful scenery today. I don't know. There was something here I wanted to show you, but I forgot what it is. This is a book about Lancaster, and this is Upper Lecoq Township. This is where Amos Miller, his farm is right here. And it was about this pipeline. They built a 24-inch diameter oil pipeline through the fields of Lecoq for World War II. Went from Texas to the eastern refineries, man. And that's how fast we got stuff done back in World War II. We needed to get oil to the ports on the East Coast. What do? We started digging a pipeline. We got it done in a year, you know? We can do amazing things when we don't got this cumbersome government taking care of, just dragging their feet every chance they get, man. And yes, let's pray for Sunkist, man. She really needs some prayers. She needs a surgery, and she doesn't even have a date yet. And it's been a week now since that, right, Sylvia? These doctors, man, I don't like them. I watched so many people go through this with the doctors. You got cancer, and you can't get a treatment for 3 or 4 or 5 months. That's not how doctors should operate, and that's not how oil pipelines operate. You need something, you get it done. So yeah, prayers for Sunkist, man. I know she can't be feeling well because I haven't heard from her or seen her. I mean, how could Sunkist couldn't stay away from this stuff, and I haven't. I'm worried about Sunkist. I'm praying hard for her, man. Okay, so let's. I'll see you at Freedom Corner on the Vigil at the chats. I'm on Sapphire Patriots channel, and let's see what President Trump's got to tell us for tonight here down in Georgia. All right, Patriots, thanks for joining me. God bless you all. This is Jericho, over and out.